Good evening, everyone. It is March the 6th, 2026. The last video we were talking about legalizing the pepper spray and possibly people using bear spray. In this case, the next video I'm about to put up is in reference to the bear spray. And it's not a person trying to defend themselves. In this case, it's a good video on a jewelry store robbery, and it was a robber who used the bear spray against civilians at this point as leaving the jewelry store as the security tried to run in and stop it all. And they helped apprehend one of the suspects here as well. And what the citizens gathered, rather than use bear spray, and that everybody just got together and they started working together, and the bear spray did affect some of the people in that area and got irritated by it as well. So if the robbers got bear spray and you've got bear spray or pepper spray, whichever one, you could be using it against each other. So it sort of cancels each other out, I find. And I think it's really good because word went out. The police did catch the robbers, and as you'll see in the video. And I think it's not a matter of how do we defend ourselves. I think one of the best methods that I wanted to point out today was an incident that happened to me with the tenant that got evicted from from our building here. I had got word through another tenant that he had threatened another dog, this tenant's dog, and was going to kill the dog. And so he had reported it. This was last fall. And then he apparently pulled me aside, the tenant, and said, well, I better watch Heidi, my service dog, because apparently the guy that threatened to kill his dog was also told him that he was going to get rid of my dog. So this was in January of this year. I'm outside the building. I'm simply pushing the button, waiting at the crosswalk, waiting for the lights to change with the dog at my side. And of course, as I've told a lot of people, he likes to break the ice. Well, I did not approach him. He suddenly saw me there and approached me. And the conversation was very interesting in the fact that all of a sudden, out of the blue, he just decides, is it okay if I walk your dog? I'll take your dog for walks. And of course, automatically, service dog and everything else. And what I'd heard from the other tenant was, beware of this guy. I was already on alert, so of course I refused to let him walk the dog. After that, he goes on telling him how he's got a relative that his dog was barking too much, and he went to court and he lost his dog for it. And of course I just snapped back, well, service dogs are a different story, and I just turned around and I told him, well, because of all the comings and going, and people going in and out of his apartment, and they'd be slamming the the exit door, as well as, for some reason, they were thinking that the exit door was my door, and they'd be rattling my door, all these people going into his apartment, and of course they'd be getting my dog upset and barking in the middle of the night. So this went on for quite a while, and the complaints were coming in, and so it was a matter of gathering all the evidence. Now, when I was speaking to him outside, fortunately, now that we've got the cameras on the outside of the building, I filed a complaint too. And we had 3 different cameras from 3 different angles that showed that he was the one that approached me, not the other way around. And then, of course, I had another witness with the other previous owner of the other dog in the apartment building that had been had their dog threatened as well. So the cameras are one of the best ways right now that I can see of protecting ourselves, because they're great witnesses. And this is why when you get, whether it's a car accident, the police ask you for dash cam, or something serious happens, or there's a robbery or something happens in the area, they ask if you've got door cams, can offer some help with that, as well as security cameras. So we are really becoming a society of cameras, and I know myself I would prefer definitely the cameras to the bear spray and the pepper spray, because it doesn't work both ways. If you're Well, if you both have, one has bear spray, one has pepper spray, or both have the same spray and they're hitting each other with the same spray, you're not going to get any further. You're just going to have eyes irritated and everything else. So you're going to have instead of a water fight, you're going to have a bear or pepper spray fight, which is not going to help the situation. And even if, you've got, as I had someone, it's too lengthy to go into detail on, but I did have someone from the United States came on and talked to me. It came on and gave me a whole big production about how they were allowed to carry a gun, and he carries a gun, of course, and he's got a permit and everything for it. He's never had to use it. Well, good. But then he said, well, I've also had, I don't know if it was karate, jiu-jitsu, or something like that, that you should be able to defend yourself. Well, our Constitution is certainly different from the state's Constitution. Where the states have the right to bear arms in their Constitution. So it's quite an interesting debate to have something like that, even coming from across the border, because there's so many pros and cons. But it's certainly something to think about. That's why I say we really need to get together and have conversations on what's working, what's not working, and how can we make it better. And it's citizens coming together. And I don't recommend always that you just rush in as a citizen and do something. But if you've got cameras, whatever happens, you've got the witness there. And the cameras don't lie. And that's why when you look at the body cameras that the police are now getting, they can be held responsible for their actions, whatever's on the camera. So cameras are just one way. And this is one way that of protection. And of course, what was going on with my door and everything in the building, it was just the cameras caught it all. And as long as you've got a date and time on the camera, it's very easy for them to go back and actually look at the cameras and see what's actually going on. So you've got the cameras of evidence to back up what you're saying, literally saying that's actually happening to you or happening at that time. So I really prefer the cameras at the moment. I think that's the best way to go. So I'm going to leave it there today for everyone. And everyone, start thinking about maybe better ways that we can do things. And getting together as citizens. And what can we do? How can we protect ourselves? Talk to the experts and see if we can find some way of how can we protect ourselves if we're just walking in the mall and all of a sudden there's a robbery. What can we do at that point? I think we have a lot of conversations that we need to have. So I'm going to leave it there, everyone, today. So take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.